I want to talk to all the people out there who are just like me. If you're similar, we have a tendency to bottle things up, and that never goes well. It might last for a week, a month, a year. It doesn't matter. At a certain point, it is guaranteed that whatever you are harboring is going to bubble up all the way to right here, and then the cork is going to go bop right at the family function, somewhere you don't need to be popping off. And it's going to be embarrassing, it's going to be annoying, it's going to make it worse. All in all, it is a bad situation. And I had a tendency to do this for a long time. I would just hold stuff in. I wouldn't release it. And I would be like, you know what, if I just suppress it enough, at a certain point, I'm just going to squash it like a bug under my foot. But it never works. It does not happen that way. If you have a feeling, there's almost nothing better than sharing that feeling with someone. You can do this in many different ways. It doesn't even have to be a real someone. You could talk to an animal. You could talk to a journal. You could talk to a camera like I am. There is something to be said about getting energy out of you. If you have negative energy within you, if you have something that you need to release, it needs to be released. And until that moment happens, you're gonna feel that way. It's gonna be like this little pull that you have on you. And yesterday I was like, damn, I just need to get this out. As I said, it had been 4 days. I was feeling this way. I was kind of ignoring it, putting it on the back burner. But it got to a certain point where I'm like, no way, I'm gonna pop this cork on my own terms. And I think there's something empowering to that, because when you release something that you've been holding, that gives you a sense of control. That's like, you know what? Even though this thing is doing something to me, I can control it, at least in this way. I can choose when I want to verbalize it, when I want to write it down. And usually, it's been almost every time for me, this is my experience obviously, that it feels amazing afterwards. It's like, wow, what a relief, what a weight off my chest. And I'm hoping that you guys can take something from this video, because I know you know this, I know you've felt this. Releasing that thing that you've been holding in, you have that one-on-one conversation with a friend and you're like, wow, thank you so much for listening to me. They don't even have to say anything a lot of times. And that goes to my point that it really doesn't matter how or what you speak to, as long as you are releasing. Speak in this sense is more just a term that's used for getting it out of you. Put it in the air, put it on paper, do whatever you have to do. Don't sit there and think about it. I do that all the time, man. I just wake up in the morning and I'm like, damn, you fucked up this way, you fucked up that way. And then I start spiraling. And then all of a sudden I got this big thing in me and I'm like, I gotta get this out of here. And then I end up doing something like this, either to the camera, to a friend, to a family member, to a rock. I promise I'm not crazy, but I've noticed that talking helps. And I'm hoping you guys feel the same way, because that is a tool that we have at our disposal. Hoping this video gave you something to think about today. If you're feeling this kind of way, let it out, man. Just let it breathe. That's all I gotta say today, guys. Catch you tomorrow.